はい、どうも。それじゃあ SCP 極秘ファイル実況プレイやっていこう。よし、とりあえずいつものこれよし。今日も本搾りピンクグレープフルーツで、アノマリーってなんだっけなと思って危険レベルだと思ってたけど、そうじゃなくて SCP 自体の本体のことをアノマリーで合ってんのかな。多分そうだと思う。で、実際危険ランクっていうか、まあレベルクラスっていうのがあるんだけど、それがね、なんか全部で13もありまして、全然覚えれません。それは皆様お疲れさんです。ほんとこれのために社畜してますわ。まあ社畜っつってもな、大して会社の言うことは聞かないでも自由にやらせてもらってっからまだいいけどさ。でもね、働く時間が長すぎて泣いちゃう。もう今しょうがないんだよね、こんなご時世だから。よし、やっていくわ。よし、まあいいか。あんま変なの触ってもな。はいはい、ミッションありません。ゾイ、3時55分だよ。今行く。ゲント来ないの？いや、いい。そういうのは性に合わねえ。ゲント、何の話ですか？ああ、カール。月に1回のセミナーに行くところなんだ。セミナー？なんだそれは。続談は、続談？もうダメだ。漢字が読めない。そしてどんどん言ってる。財団だ。面白そうですね。聞きたいです。今セミナーのリンク送るからちょっと待ってて。またトレーニングなんだ。SCP-1762、すごい数字だよな。ダニエル・トレバー。行ってみましょう。また今日も叫ぶことになるのかしら。はいよ。2、1。
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story.The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy.
これは
His name
怖くないかもしれない。まあ怖いだけが SCP じゃないしね。
One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry.
かわいそうじゃねえか。
To make sure he didn't spread it to others,Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived,
まあしょうがないんじゃないかな。もう超陽気。
While up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle.I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy.
はい。
Don't give up
そうだ。
before you fight.
諦めたらそこで試合終了だぞ。D。はい。
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page.
このゲーム
and he
いろん
knew he
な
should listen.
パターン
And
があ
so
って
he practiced the
いいね。
penny whistle.
いい。あ F 待て ASF 指がキーボードの位置ギリマジでいきなり音ゲーいきなり音すごいね。あんあほんちょっとキーボードがむずいんだよ。
Suddenly, he
Pia,
heard
Pia.
some strange noises in the corner
Oh.
of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go
うん
over and
まるで
take a look.
別ゲーじゃないか。あ、キーボード。あはん。おわおわおわお It's beautiful! いいねわあマジこういうの周期こういうの周期いいねすごいなこのゲーム
It
す
was
げ
a
えなマジで
mousetrap,
あらま
and there was a red origami paper dragon
オリ
inside
ガ
of
ミ
it.
嘘英語で折り紙ってオリガミなの
Daniel carefully removed it.
はいはい
It was marvelous and beautiful.
Oh,
The
beautiful!
only problem was part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair it.
ほうあカメラドラゴンを修復するアイテムを選択するいやここれか
Mm-mm.
なにこれいいのかよ
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high,
今の何
high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
いや待って
Wee,
お前
woo.
病気だったんじゃねえのかすげえ元気じゃん
In the warm afternoon sun,
なまら
Daniel
元
had
気じ
to
ゃん
fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
ダニエルイチゴみたいになっちゃったんじゃないの
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
うん
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down,
うん
he began to fiddle with the old radio.
いいねラジオは最高だぜ
Our town is located in the plains where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
みんなも毎週月曜から金曜日10時から12時22時から24時スクールオブロック
Where did this
みんなで聞こうぜ
paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
はいはあ恐怖おおホラーホラーホラーですお前ほら待ておくそなんでジャンプした俺今いい押したんですけどあれ待てほらいやくそ難しいあなんか普通に捕まえれた
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball,
はい
suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it. Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow bigger and bigger.
やべえじゃん
At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared.
いや全然でかくなってない
The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
いやー箱の中に入れたら 大丈夫な
Daniel
の？
studied the red figure carefully.
随分簡単じゃないかい。
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then,
Oh.
Daniel had an idea. He took out his penny whistle and
あ
slowly
ら、
played a
もしかして
tune.
またやるのかい？さあ来い。満点取っちゃうぞ。トゥントゥントゥントゥントゥントゥントゥントゥン。ちょっと危ないね。このさ、リズムとあまり合わせてこないところが、あ、難しい。ちょっとリズム関係ないのよね。
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much. It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up and down in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends.
あらららららら。
The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air,
Huh?
communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
あらも
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit any time.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a
Hey,
paper dragon and
戻るんだ。
flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic. Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Here be dragon. 彼はドラゴンズ Here be dragons.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
友達に紹介して大丈夫？
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter.
猫かい。
Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends.
人間じゃないんかい。
That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like rainy days or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
いや、やめてあげ
Let's
て
play。cat.
お前ぶつけたっけぐしゃぐしゃになるぞ。あ、力をためる。うら。あ、そういうこと。めちゃくちゃ今もうぶつけようとしてたわ。 ぶつけようとしてたと見せかけてぶつける。やるやないかい。シュン。おう、今うまくいったんじゃない？
Just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
びっくりした。
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it
あ、
seems even stronger than
野
last
球ボール
time.
ぶん投げてたか。
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open,
あらまあ。
and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out. As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother.
いや、ダニエル、お前いつまで屋根裏に閉じ込められてんだ。
One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Huh?
1,
わお。
2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons.
わおわおわ
But
お。
they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
敵なんだ。
Earthquake!
あらまあ
Another
まあ。
earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious. Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper,
おー、なるほど。
and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
Hmm. Hmm? Ui.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box.
え
The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle.
最後はパー
He
フェクト
showed
だ。
all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
え、そうだろう。もういきなり失敗したから萎えてます。ダニエルめちゃくちゃうまいんだよ。プロだよ。お前タイタニックのリコーダーのプロよりもプロだよ。あはん。
In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
うさちゃん。いや、どういうこと？やべえ、ドラゴンズドグマドラゴンズドグマじゃねえか。なんだっけな、
The
名前忘れ
paper
ちゃった。
dragons merged into a long letter
ドラゴン
and
に乗って
floated
剣を
down
集めるゲ
towards
ー
Daniel to tell their story.
ム。もう一個以外全部バッドエンドだな。
After the last
名前が思い出せない。
fantasy
あのゲームな。
long spell of peace and
よ
stability,
く全部集めたな。
now the giants have returned,
剣全部集めてようやく見れるエンディングがもう
trying
クソ
to
みてえなエン
invade
ディング
your
だったんだよ。
world through the room.
懐かしい
We are
わ。
prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is
破壊者？
the last remaining entryway into your world.
うん。
Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again. A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
ああ。そっか、やっぱりもう会えないのか。
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box. However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
いや手当てできないよ。そっちか。頑張頑張はいファイティーンはいファイティーンはい頑張そらいけ。よしあとお前かな。行ってこい。まだどこ開いた。頑張るやったれ。お音うるさい。すごいことになってる。あらららららら。
But the paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
The earthquake is growing stronger, now with a magnitude of 7.1. Heaven almighty, are we doomed?
マグネチュード 7.1 から
unleashed its power
大変ですよ。
maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no
震度
means of
6
fighting
強ぐら
back.
いか。
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly.
また
Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant. Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is growing stronger still. The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100
もうダメだろ。
My heavens! Will this nightmare ever end?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what. Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
A huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
普通になまらいいお話なんですが、もう軽くちょっとうるっときてますよ私。もう年のせいかもう涙腺が ホイッスルを復活させないと。普通にただ単にいいお話なんですが。
Goodbye, my friend.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
And now, Daniel Trevor will perform a penny
Dokso?
whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
プロじゃないですか。普通にいい話なんだけど。まさか SCP もので軽く泣かされるとは思わんかったな。ホイッスル。すげえなこのゲーム。やった、パーフェクトだ。
And that's how the story ends. Now, you might be
普
wondering
通にいい話
what
だった
happened
の。
next. Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us
この段ボー
somewhere
ル
in
が
this
SCP な
world,
のか。
just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
やべえ、普通に涙が。めちゃくちゃいい話だったな。やっぱもうラストにね、愛おしそうにホイッスルが指にすり寄るとか、もうああいうのやられたらもうダメさ。いけドラゴン、ドラゴン可愛かった、大好き。うん。SCP-1762 は生物に保管されているダニエル。マジか、ダニエル。ゲントはトレバー博士の下で2年間。なるほど。 験とったら。でもあなたが絵本の山の中で資料を整理してる姿を想像したら微笑ましいわね。もう俺は仕事する。念のためもう一度言っとくが、あのオブジェクトは性に合わねえ。そっか、すげえな。あんなに前まではめっちゃホラーだったのに、まさか今回は類星を攻撃してくるとは。ここに来て1ヶ月になるが、この仕事にもだいぶ慣れた。資料の整理というが、ちっとも退屈ではない。一部のバカバカしい冗談を除けば、ほとんどの資料はとても興味深い。最近よく誰かが呼ぶような幻聴が聞こえる。声は低くぼんやりとして、何かを訴えるようだが、全く意味が理解できない。医者に見てもらおうと思うが、ゾイはよくある新人症候群で数日も経てば治るという。だというのだが、なんだよ。やだ。今日はもうこのままもうちょっとしんみりした感じで終わるんだ。いや、しかし普通になまらいい話だった。じゃあ今回はここまで。したっけ。